it.
I think
I'm on the page.
I'm on the page right now, on the Facebook page, not for the group.
Is it doing it?
I can't see anything on the group. I'm on the page, sorry.
Yeah, it's gone live now, mate. Look.
Yes, come on then. Come on, man. We got their voice. It's in there. Yes,
hey,
lads.
Hey, Mum. How you going? Sorry I left.
Hey, Mum. Sorry I left. I bet you everyone's wondering what the frick is going on with you, because, like, if you take a look outside for us, and we had a bit of snow over it, brother. So, what are you saying? What?
I'm saying it's not snowy here.
Nice one, bro. Anyway, boys, it's so good to catch up. Evening. Oh, it just says Facebook user. But anyway, guys, welcome to tonight's live. We are out of our depth here. We're going virgins, the four of us, on StreamYard. So firstly, before I want to say anything, is thank you so much to all of the amazing people who donated for Jack Anderson's marathon run, because without that money, we wouldn't be able to afford to get this good technology. And it is good technology, it's the users. And unfortunately, we were about 4 minutes late because we were panicking, thinking that we had no live option. But Rich, come on, mate. Thank you. You're saving the day, weren't you, brother?
I know, and I'm not even the IT lead.
Right.
Yeah, who is the IT lead around it? He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone. He's left us.
He's gone. My head was gone. I was like,
"Fire guard boy."
my bumhole was twitching. It was like 1900. I spent the last hour getting things set up. I had the live button, and I was just like, why isn't this going live? But just evening to everyone. We would say good morning to Coxie. It's like one of those breakfast shows. Good morning to Ashley in Sydney.
Good morning. The weather here today is slightly overcast.
Oh, it's good to see you there, bro. Thanks for waking up so early in the morning for us. Just tell the viewers a bit about what you get up to in the day, mate. Because to be honest with you, they're probably sick of the sight of me, Rich, and Rosie.
Definitely me.
The actual real life version or the safe viewers to listen to version?
Just go in, mate. It's like be yourself.
Wow. So yeah, I usually wake up, I go and have a coffee, think about what I'm going to do with my day ahead, come home and don't do any of it. And then, but that's only at a weekend. And then during the week, I'll go to work, try and work as a carpenter, hit my hand with a hammer about 6 times before 9 o'clock, cry and go home. And that's literally it. And then I go to college. So that's me in a nutshell. And then try and make websites. And that's it, mate, really. Support Liverpool Football Club.
Oh, I knew he slipped that one in there, wouldn't he? Hey?
Just put it in there a little bit, you know.
So you mentioned the websites, brother. Talk about? So me and you did episode 35, was it, together? And we had a right blast. And then, yeah, talk to the viewers about what your heart is for Enlighten, and what it means to you to be mucking in and that.
Well, truthfully, I'd see what you guys are doing firsthand on the other side of the world, where you are, and man, I just think the job you're doing, it's not about me. It's what you guys are doing. You're doing an amazing job. For me, from what I can see from here, you're literally saving lives. I mean, just logging into the group, and I will admit, I probably am not quite so interactive with the group as I probably should be, but logging in and seeing how people are, like the users of the group, are commenting from day to day and then from week to week and then eventually month to month, to see the progression in the self-esteem and the attitudes of the people the guys who I think you're actually helping. It's awesome to then be asked on the back of that, hey Ash, what are you doing these days? And I'm like, not a lot, just wrestling kangaroos over here in Australia. And then you're like, can you give us a hand with a website? And I'm like, yeah, we'll give it a go. and it just felt. I feel honoured personally to do something to help you guys. So that's it. I just think that you're doing an amazing cause, and I'm definitely not doing 3/4 as much as. Is that the right way around? 3/4 or a quarter? One of them as much as you guys. But yeah, just to have a platform for you guys to build off for me is that's cool. So that's that in a nutshell.
Oh, bless you, man.
Bless
you,
me,
brother.
bless you three.
Oh, look, you got
Blaine.
a little fan, mate. Mrs. Green, loving the accent, Ash. So, where is it? You still got your Lincolnshire accent?
Oh, she's so amazing. I love her. How you doing, Shreese? Yeah, can we get rid of Rory and get you on here?
Stop him out, right? That's it. She's probably upstairs as well, brother. Just.
No, she's my friend on Facebook now, so I don't even like you anymore.
No, she does love you, man. And to be honest with you, that's basically what she's got to see is all of your hard work and your effort. Because, like, honestly, brother, we're blown away by what you've been doing for us in the scenes, like, so much. And I'll be blunt to everyone watching, like, you know, I think all of us are kind of. I'll speak for Jack, Blaine, Rich, and Steve himself. Like, we've took a bit of a back seat in the last few months for many reasons. We've all had, you know, times we need to rest, things going on. And what you've done is just like a freaking steam train coming in and just committing so much to the website. And that's what we want to. This is what we want to share with the viewers. Look at him; he's getting all shy because we're absolutely picking him up.
I'm not getting shy. I'm just thinking. Have you seen the size of me? I'm like 5 foot. I tell people it's 2, but it's nothing. 5 foot, and you're calling me a steam train? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Hey, look who's commented.
It's fucking
Didge, mate. Didge is on it. Go on, Didge.
Such a boy. I've got so many memories of that boy.
Go on, Didge. Nah, he's a good old boy.
I won't share them. They're all X-rated.
He's all settled, his Didge, in Sleaford with Becky, and they've got kids and everything, mate.
Rosie, should we just go and leave them to it?
No, the bromance is happening.
No. We'll get a room and then we'll invite you in.
Yeah, can we enter a different room on this live? It's not possible.
Don't do that. Hey, actually, Rory, you go replace yourself with Sharice, okay?
Yeah, 100%. Hey, she's better looking than me, mate. But Rosie, have you seen the website yet?
Yeah, I've had a bit of a look at it. It's looking half decent, isn't it? To be fair, the work that Ash has put into it.
Definitely, mate. I'm trying to think of a way of how I can get the website on here. It'd be a real ballsy move, if I'm honest. I could
open the website on a separate tab, then click on share at the bottom, and then share your screen.
Oh, mate, why is he so clever?
No,
right, Coxie, for the viewers. What's the web address so they can check it out for
www. So the 3 W's, enlightentheshadows.org. Spelt Enlighten the Shadows.
Yeah. You're a clever boy, aren't you?
Well, I need to live up to expectation.
We'll do a cheeky screen share then. This could go wrong. I hope it doesn't. But we're gonna see what happens here, boys.
I'm going now in case the website.
Yeah. I think this is working. Oh no, crumbs.
Don't
you do that to me. Don't you do that to me. Right, have we got it? Has it done it? I don't think it has it? Where are we at? Bear with us, viewers. We're trying to find the website.
Website cannot come live. Ash has not done his job.
Can you see my whole screen? Or is it just us still? It's us still, isn't it? Mate, we're right noobs.
Noob.
Who are these clowns? Oh, shoot. We've got this, guys. Don't worry. We're working with it. Come on. Bear with us. Anyway, you can chat, I believe, in the comments. So there's like that way, yeah. Over there, there's a comment section. We've got Tunstall on it. Didge. Any more of you? That'd be brilliant.
I love that lad.
Mate, what a boy. Has it done it? Can you see my screen or not? Screen recording. Security and privacy. We're going to get there, guys. Rosie, can you tell me and the viewers how you've been doing recently then, brother?
Yeah, last few months obviously worked very well, but last month been really well. Passed my probation at work with flying colours. So I'm now fully fledged member of the team. So, and all the perks that go with my job.
It's amazing, brother.
Well done.
Congrats, mate.
Rosie, what is it exactly do you do, mate?
Sorry, Ash.
What is it you do again, mate? Sorry.
So I'm basically I work within local housing, so local government, and I look after all like homeless people, bed and breakfast, hotels, temporary accommodation, basically all the waif and strays. Anyone that turns up, I try and help them. That's pretty much kind of.
I'll see you there soon.
That's fine. I'm sure we can. The local connection might be a bit of an issue, but I'm sure we can swing it somehow.
Mate, that's awesome. Well done.
Oh, there you go. Got the website up there, guys. So, what we'll do is, it's not letting us share it because it needs Google Chrome to close down. If we close this down, guys, see you later. The whole thing's gone. We've absolutely blown it. But next time we'll have that perk where we can share the screen. So yeah, enlightentheshadows.org, simple as that. Please check it out. Give us feedback and big Coxie up as well. For those who do know him, just slide him a DM and encourage him because he's taught himself, and that's what I love about this guy. He's full on gone in and educated himself and got to know someone from across the world to help him with it, and we're thankful for him too.
Ali.
And the best, just check out our funny profiles as well. Our pictures. Some of us have lost weight since those profiles. So,
hey, we will get that updated for you, my son. Okay. And I was just looking then. Actually, I might take you in a room and not Rory. How's that?
To be fair, good on you. Getting ready for Christmas.
And then I probably lost about a stone in my haircut. To be fair, I lost a stone in my haircut too.
I remember. Was it a few months back? Your hair was getting as long as mine, bro. Yeah. Mine is all over the shop. Look how long that's got now. Too much. But we're growing it for charity, all for a good cause. And actually, I'll talk. Is that all right if I talk about that quickly, lads? So some of you will know that I did a marathon, but coming up, I'm going to shave all of my hair off, and I'm not just going to have it like zero. It's going to be like bare bladed. I've raised so far 1,100 quid, guys. I want to get to my $2,000 target. So in the new year, watch this space. The lock's going to get chopped off. I'm going to donate it to a little princess trust. So it's for little girls who have cancer and lose their hair. So hopefully my locks will help them. But yeah, I'm going to have a big shave off.
We'll all come round with a razor, Rory. We'll all come round with a razor. We'll help you.
Who's paying for your flights, Coxie? Rosie?
Sorry, some nice person just ran past. What's that?
Don't worry about it, brother. Don't worry. You're good. You're good. But yeah, guys. So can't wait for that. Delighted. And if I still haven't got my $2,000 target, unfortunately, I might have to do my beard and maybe some other parts of my face. Oh shoot! But yeah, lads, we haven't asked how Rich you're doing, mate. What have you been up to recently, Rich?
Sorry, I had to mute because Herbie heard your voice, Rory. Yeah, I'm good. I've had a bit of a downtime just because lots of anniversaries of people's deaths and things like that have just been a bit of a trigger point. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. So just work. That's all I've been doing. Yeah. Work, bit of socialising. That's about it. Nothing exciting.
So so well done, man, and big respect for opening up about that. And that's what we're about, enlightened. So like, for anyone who might be struggling with grief, who's watching this now, whether they've lost a family member, a close friend, a colleague. What kind of advice could you maybe share that worked for you, or something you're trying to implement? When you've lost someone and it's pretty tough and it's brutal on your mental health. What can you say, man?
I suppose for me, it's not being alone. So don't isolate yourself. Don't think that nobody else has been there when they have. And I think just being open and honest with people. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel crap. But it's about what do you do with that feeling when you're feeling like crap. So for me, it's been around people, sharing how I feel. And people don't have the answers. And I think that's okay. So if you're supporting somebody that's gone through grief, it's okay not to have those answers. But what people actually want is people just to listen. For me, the best thing about it is talking about my mum and dad and brother and stuff. And I don't need people to answer and give me solutions to it. It's just somebody to listen. So
yeah. Well, well done for speaking about it, mate. I think that's the important thing in this.
Yeah, and that is it. It's just I think that is it. Just talking about it makes it a big difference. But
Well done.
I suppose it's you've got to trust people around you as well. So for me, I've got a really small, close circle of friends that know the time of year, so that they know that once it gets to like October, it's probably going to be a bit of a bumpy ride for a couple of months.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, man. And we have a daily check-in, don't we? Like, you and I text each other every single day with some accountability, which is really good mechanism. And I recommend that, even to you boys as well, Coxie and Rosie, and for the viewers, like, really find that one person that you can trust, and then you just check in every day. And it's not like a tick box exercise, but it's more like you really are just checking in with how you are. Because like I found like Rich is amazing at that. He's really good at checking in every single day faithfully that I'm actually all right. And some days I'll say I'm okay, and I'm being honest. He knows that I'm probably not great, but by saying that I'm okay, it's like, yeah, I'm not great, but I'm pressing in, trying. And there's times where we do open up a bit more, but that text just keeps that consistency there, because I don't know if anyone knows.
There.
Yeah, well, exactly. And I highly recommend someone watches the video, but there's a sports journalist, Dan Walker. He works for BBC Sport a lot. He's doing Strictly at the minute, I believe. Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, well, sort of sadly, some people watch it. I mean,
No, I just forgot what you did.
We've got 6 viewers, and they get millions.
Rory had to go home last night to watch it.
Oh no, of course he did.
I didn't know that because of Twitter. All right, but yeah, he did a really moving piece. It's like a 6-minute video. It's freaking amazing, and it basically covered like when Gary Speed, he was at the time, he was the Wales football manager. And I've got a bit of soft spot for him because he played at Leeds for many years when we were amazing. And Dan was actually doing BBC Sport, the football. Do you know, like at 3 o'clock?
Focus, in it, something.
Yeah, when the feeder comes on. Yeah, and Gary Speed was doing it. The weekend he took his own life. And he got talking off camera with a guy who went to the same secondary school as Gary Speed, and they're proper hitting off. And Dan was talking about how kind and how Gary remembered conversations with people about the detail, and he was really bothered. And he checked in with people, and even like the cameraman, he didn't have to talk to him, but he did. And like literally, like later that evening, he took his own life at his house, and you just like,
yeah, I remember that.
10 years ago to this weekend.
Is that when it was?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. But I think it's like really important that we don't ever forget things like that. Like we talk about the war, and we should never ever forget that. But I don't know what you boys think. I just don't. There's so much to learn from it, isn't there?
I think it's important, not to forget.
Because, like, do you know, did any of you catch the episode we just did with Helen Garlick this past week? She lost her brother to suicide. Did anyone catch up with it? Don't worry, you're not in trouble if you didn't.
I got 10 minutes in, and then my housemate walked in and started making a noise, and then I had to shout at him, and then I went from being,
Coxie, you don't have to make an excuse. You don't have to make excuses.
I was going to say,
No, I'm
the
dead
silence
set
was
serious.
resounding.
We won't judge.
No,
We're all in
I'm
the same
dead
boat.
serious. I watch just about every video from here, to be fair.
You actually have, yeah. That's a good shout. But
I want to make sure the
I've
content's okay
I
before
mean,
I put it on the
snippets
website.
to be. Oh, sorry, Coxie.
No.
Snippets. I mean, to be fair, kind of when I've been going to work or kind of in the office, but then I keep getting interrupted, so it's kind of then going back to it, which get a chance to watch it.
Same.
Being very busy.
I think that's the thing as well about these videos. Like, it is as much as people want it to be. Like, or else, if we had the resource, we'd do like, I'm not to copy, but Joe Rogan talks for like 2 or 3 hours. It's just like, realistically, who makes 2 or 3 hours every week in their week to listen to a podcast? It's quite rare. But yeah, Helen was saying about how suicide should be 0, and it's not unrealistic to aim for that. Like, with like, sadly, you got cancers and cardiovascular diseases and things like that. Like, naturally, like, you're going to get your thousands in each country every year, but suicide actually shouldn't be like 4,303 men like in the UK. It should be 0. But yeah, I just think the Gary Speed thing, we can still remember it in a good way and learn like to really like check in, because Dan said there was nothing, like there was no signs, there was nothing at all that I could have saw in the time.
Sorry, Rory. Do you think that's probably why I think 0 is quite unachievable? Because for men, like, there was no sign. So how would you have ever got in there and like dealt with like for people like me and you, where you say, yeah, we keep accountable. He was keeping accountable. He was talking to people. People didn't pick up on any warning sign that he was suicidal. So how would we ever? We're never going to know everybody that's going to commit suicide. And if you actually look, most people, when you actually look at the data, say that the person was presenting as their normal self prior to their committing suicide. So I don't know how would ever, like, what I'm trying to say is you don't see the trigger, you don't see the build up of it. So yeah, it's hard to intercept it.
Yeah.
I suppose the only way
you gonna,
and men don't talk. So
yeah.
I find it quite hard to think that you'd ever get to 0. That was all.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's very
hard to do.
Very tricky. But I don't think it's like, the more things like what we do and other people do, and there's so many different avenues, I think, than there ever was when, say, 10, 15 years ago, when we were younger lads, or like even when we were like late teenagers, like there was nothing of the kind of like in like the Shadows or Mind or Calm or Andy's Man Club. There was nothing.
You obviously keep up to date with a lot of the statistics of it, don't you, Rory? But would you say, has it started to decrease now? There's sort of groups. So Snake or Tarantula's just got him, it's fine. Would you say that since there's been a development of like stuff like Andy's Man Club, what we do, and that over the last sort of 2-3 years, there's been a decrease in suicides then?
The one in 2018-19, the ONS data before the COVID pandemic, it said it was like a 10-year high, especially in young people. But in terms of going back further than that, I don't know, to be honest. But you would like to think. I don't know what this is. I'm going to say something really controversial for a conversation now. Is, do you feel like, because we do talk about mental health like so much now, do you feel like it's kind of like made it go the other way, or would you say actually it's just a good thing?
I personally think with young people, it's become a cultural thing. It's almost like you're popular if you've got a mental health disorder. And I think people throw that term out there quite loosely. Like, I've got anxiety, I've got this, I've got that, I've got this. And I don't think...
Like a self-diagnosis when they don't, you know,
Yeah,
it's not
I think...
like prolonged wait. What do they call it? Watchful waiting.
As an excuse for their behaviour, maybe.
I think it's become an it thing. You know, like we've all seen trends through our childhood growing up and things. I think that's become a new trend where it's cool to have a mental health disorder. Or say you suffer with anxiety or something.
So it's that domino effect, isn't it? It's like, you know, it's like kind of like a status in some respects. I think that kind of if everyone's like, "Oh, I've got mental health," it's that domino effect.
Well, yeah, and even like suicide itself. We were talking, like, this sounds well deep, but this is why we exist. Me and Rich were at the dinner table last night in Nottingham, and with Sharice, and we were saying, like, do you know people who are like suicidal and like they know they are, but they're doing it to like create more attention? I hope the viewers really listen carefully to what I'm trying to say, because I'm not trying to dig anyone out, because I've been there. But do you know, for the people who have really been there, like they're going to do it and they feel it, like it almost invalidates those people if we don't really just provide that support and that awareness that actually to have a mental health battle, you know, it's actually, oh no, you're just having a really rough time at the minute and you've got like a lot of sadness, or you're burnt out, or you're exhausted. But do you know what I mean? Like, I think we've got to be careful doing brand asset. I even think our declaration is important, like what we say over ourselves. If we're going to move forward and like try and make people more resilient, right? Because you believe everyone what they say. You don't want to gaslight them, but I think it's really important we empower people into resilience. Then, then you remain. Because like my story is that, yeah, I was suicidal many times, and it came back a little bit in the last 6 to 12 months. But I don't want to stay here, and I'm sure no one else does. But I just go, no, it can't remain like this. It has to be.
I think
forward from it.
I think with mental health as well, people, it's natural to, Rose is gone. It's natural to have anxiety. It's natural to feel depressed at times. It's a natural thing. It's called life. You're going to get anxious if you're going to do an exam. You're going to get anxious if you're going to drive a car for the first time. It doesn't define you as a person. It's an emotion that you go through. Depression is an emotion that you go through when you lose somebody. But it's about what do you do with that emotion and how do you control your own emotions. It's a natural way of life. Like, you can be happy, you can be sad, you can be all sorts of things. But if I'm happy and I'm bouncing around like a kangaroo, it doesn't mean I'm manic. Where if I'm depressed and I'm grieving for my mum, it doesn't mean that I'm manic depressive or anything like that. We don't need to put a label to it. We just need to call it life. And we're living a life and we go through emotions. Life isn't a ever steady road like that. Life goes like that. It's peaks and troughs all the way, because that's natural life. Yeah. We've all been through shit and we've all been through good times. And I think that's the key, is you've got to learn to ride your emotions and not attach your emotions to a mental health disorder. You've got to learn that you ride them, and when you come out, it's good. And sometimes you hit the bottom again, but you don't need to have a diagnosis and be defined by a disorder or condition.
Yeah, that's so good. That. I'm not even talking about the pizza. So I'm talking about that, brother. That's brilliant. It's really important. That.
The Domino's.
No, co-op special.
I thought it was a veggie deluxe.
Oh, a veggie deluxe. No, it's like a caramelized onion and cheese, and yeah, it's good. I don't want to digress, because this is pure fire. Coxie, what fascinates me about your resilience is that you, from the outside and from what you say to me verbally, from our friendship, you don't take real like dips like I have, say, in the last 2-ish years or so. You just seem to be quite consistent and resilient. What are your thought process? And like Richard just said, amazing, like I said, we've got to be careful not to associate emotional attachment too much to a mental health disorder, like, because I think you're a good example of not doing that. What do you?
I was
How
about
do
to
you
say.
operate?
Okay, let me just retract what I was going to say then.
Oh,
What I was going to say is, have you noticed I can't sit still? Maybe it's undiagnosed, by the way. ADHD. I don't know, mate. I cannot ever. I can't keep still. I've just always got to be doing something. And for me, let me just say firstly, sorry, Rich, what you said just now, by the way, mate, I think was really powerful. I just need to get that in there. I think what you said there about it's just life, and you've got to take the ups with the downs without being labelled as having something. I think what you've just said there is really powerful, mate. So well done. But in terms of me trying to, not trying, but in what you see on the outside as a resilience, I haven't got an answer for you, mate. I just genuinely, I can't sit still. I'm always got to be doing something. I've got to be on YouTube, learning new things, outside, doing stuff, but not jogging. I don't like keeping fit, which you should. I don't know, mate. I haven't got an answer for you. So in short, just doing something, always keeping busy. But for me, it's just always learning something new. So I've been at college consistently for the last 4 years. And then when I come home from college, I'll then go onto YouTube and learn something to do with the internet or website stuff. Or if I'm not doing that, I'll be on my kayak out in the water. I can't swim. I'll be trying to escape the sharks. And then, you mate, trying to escape the sharks, mate. And yeah, just that's it. But I think for me but this is going back to what we've just said, don't do. And this is exactly what Rich has just said. But from the age of like 16, my mum's like, you have definitely got ADHD. You have definitely got Tourette's and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, no, I think I have as well, eh? And then, but I don't know. But for me, it's just I can't not do anything. And I think like to people close to me who will say, oh well, yeah, no, I'm going through a tough time right now. Like I'm no good with advice because I don't got. For me in my head, it's like I don't really go through anything tough because I'm just not. Maybe I'm not very good at it. I don't know, but I don't know how you can be good at going through something tough. With that said, but for me, the only answer I've ever got for someone is just keep yourself busy, learn something new, go and do something you've wanted to do for a long time, but you've never done it, or just, oh my God, I'm cold. But yeah, just do something crazy. Not crazy. Don't do anything crazy. Right. Don't do anything crazy. No. Can we stop that bit? But yeah, so that's my answer for that.
When I was doing my nurse training, so people don't obviously know this, but I'm obviously a specialist nurse for people with learning disabilities, and one of the best bits of advice that we were given when we were training is that labels are for jars and not for people. We need to stop labeling people with diagnosis, because does a diagnosis take away what you're going through? No. So saying you've got ADHD and Tourette's and that, it ain't going to stop you doing it. It just puts a label on you, and then you associate with that label. And then you look for other things within that diagnosis. So you'll then start to look for everything within that diagnosis. Do I do that? Do I do this? Oh, have I done that before? And
that's what I do.
You become obsessed with a label that's been put on you. And actually labels are humans. Labels are for like labeling up stuff in a supermarket and things like that. So don't stop putting labels on yourself, because when you put a label on yourself, you then start to look more in depth at that diagnosis, and you concentrate on that rather than the person that you are.
Come on.
It's your personality, Ash. It's not defined by ADHD. You're probably just a bubbly person that needs to be on the move. Like we were saying last night, I'm not good at sport, and I was saying Rory was like, oh, like I played golf and I'll beat you again. Like
I didn't say it like that.
Is that what he said when you said I'm
pretty much what he says, Ash.
You big media, I did not say it like that.
What they're not saying, it was crazy golf. Crazy golf, that's what they're saying.
But I'm not good at sport. But I don't have to define myself as being shit at sport. I can define myself as Rich. I can cook, he can't cook.
Can I just come in there?
Yeah.
I can, but he's a lot better cook.
Nah, mate.
Or we can
Yeah,
put
mate, I
pizza in
remember
the
the
oven.
old days.
Although, just going back to that though, every time I've worked, so I used to work with Rory, for those of you who don't know, and 3:00 in the morning, pizza nights. Didn't we,
That's what it was
Rory?
like.
Right,
Those cheeky Dominoes at 3:00 in the morning.
mate.
His wife's watching.
From Amigos, wasn't it? Up the road.
And
Oh.
Dominoes,
We got
Amigos.
stripped
We had a
off,
few, didn't
did.
we?
We did, brother. I
He's
told
stripping.
on the group, Blaine needs to reply. Blainey, where are you?
I know,
Blaine,
with the festive bakes.
Blaine. Yeah, he'll come back to me. The festive bake. It's out, guys. The festive bake is out from Greg's. Big up the festive bake. If you like a
Greg!
festive bake, put in the chat.
I remember
Foxy, what are you
Greg.
doing, brother?
Mate, I'm actually going to go and do a Baywatch. Hi.
It's that ADHD.
Isn't that fun?
That's that ADHD, mate.
You need to-
Don't label me. That's the thing.
Hello, Coxie. What you need to do is stick a blue top on, and you can go on Bondi Beach.
I know. Pamela would be so jealous right now, eh? No, sorry. Maybe David Hasselhoff. But yeah, no, yeah.
Go for a dip, mate, for the viewers. Go on, go for a dip.
Can't swim, mate. I'm in Australia and I can't swim.
Don't they have sharks in these waters?
Yeah, mate. Big time. We've got bull sharks just down here.
Oh, shoot, forget that.
Hey, look, I'll show you. Here's a shark net. Can you see? See that thing in the background there? Where there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shark net.
No way. That's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
No,
That'd be a first, wouldn't it, on one of our live sessions?
The freaking word. Coxie gets eaten by a shark.
Help! Help!
Literally. Can you imagine? That'd be freaking brilliant. Like, it wouldn't be for his leg.
Cheers, mate. Maybe we've got DLG.
Oh, ledge. No, thank you, both of you, for saying. Oh, yeah, here's a dog.
Oh,
no, nice one though for opening up about that. So I think that's really important that we're careful what our identity is and what our declaration, what we say over ourselves is so important. Like you keep telling yourself like I'm anxious, then you're going to be pretty darn anxious. And it's a process as well. This is another thing we want to unpack for the viewers and together tonight. We were saying, and we say this with empathy and compassion, like no one is born like schizophrenia, personality disorder, all these issues like or depression. Like I think they occur over a period of time. And I'm just fascinated. Like how does someone get from like that point where they're fine, they're stable, they're a sound mind, they have their hits, but then actually through time you get to this other side where they're almost unrecognizable as a person. Like I just find that really fascinating and crazy how like someone can go from there to there. Like what do you boys think about that? Like what do we need to do to look after our mindset and our identity and things like that?
Who's going first? Rich? Nah, for me. Go on. No. Because you're more educated than I am.
I think it's just what I said. It's about not putting a label on yourself. I think that's the key to it. And it's okay. Like I said before, it's okay. It's life. I think what people do is people get so, I don't know, enthralled into something that they start to lose their identity. And I think you've got to remember you've got an identity and you can step away from things. And I think when you're getting deep with your mental health and you're not feeling quite mentally as well as normal, you've got to, as bad as it sounds, and I know it's easier said than done. I've been there, I've done that, I've been through depression and stuff before, is at some point you've got to come to a realization yourself, not rely on medication, but come to a realization yourself and snap yourself out of it.
Yeah.
How do they do that though? Because it's a really good point. a medication like I personally haven't used, and good on people if they need to use that and it works for them. But how did it get to that point? Like, what is it, boys, that people have to kind of, because it's their choice, isn't it? Like what they do or don't do.
I mean, kind of like, I mean, so for me personally, I mean, when I've had depression, I've had medication, and also I've had non-medicated. So to be fair, when I was suffering from depression, I was medicated at one stage. I felt worse of being on the medication than I did not being on it. And I kind of thought, well, I kind of snapped. Something must have snapped in my brain to go, right, you don't need the medication anymore. And then kind of moved forward. And then I've just surrounded with people that were good. So I think it's just about that friendship, fellowship, and kind of surrounding yourself with good intentions people.
And that's what you three are doing with the Night in the Shadows.
Yeah, well, that's what all the boys are doing who have decided to be a part of the group and be invested in it, and all the amazing women who are sharing our stuff and promoting our t-shirts, things like that. Like, it's massive. Like, it's a brotherhood. Like, we had a certain bloke today. I don't know if you boys saw on the group tonight. Did you see? Not, we can't break confidence, but they've just lost a family member.
Oh yeah, I approved it. Yeah.
Yeah, local lad. So now it's about, yes, that person's offloaded and been so brave to do so. Then it's like, right, we can't just let him offload and sit there and just go, oh well, bless him, nice one, good on you. Like it then requires that bit of kind of support where we're like doing those things where we're surrounding ourselves around him, because where he might not be able to pick himself up. Rosie, as you alluded to, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think as well, what people don't realize as well is when we just go and doctors are quite good at prescribing medication for conditions. And what I don't think people realize is that actually the medications come with another side effect. And usually the side effects can be the opposite. So you take an antidepressant and it can make you manic or it can make you more depressed.
Can it really?
You can have a contraindicator which can actually make you more depressed. So people need to be aware of these sort of things. And that's why I say medication.
I think one of the main side effects for antidepressants, it always states in them that may cause suicidal thoughts. It's kind of said the thing.
And also for men,
like an oxymoron with it in itself. They're going to prescribe you something to make you better, but just be aware it may cause what.
And also, like for men, it comes with another side effect. So you get erectile dysfunction from antidepressants.
Oh, forget that, brother. Can't be having that.
So you get there's lots of other things that go alongside of it. And I think one of the biggest things that the NHS have launched in the last few years is social prescribing. So I don't even a lot of you know about social prescribing, but it's where they can prescribe you to go to the gym, or they can prescribe a counselling session, or they can prescribe
the library, or this, that, the other. It's various things into it, because it's like you can get prescribed to go to the library for an hour, or you can go to a help group or a football match, or
if you're struggling with your weight, they can sign you up to Slimming World or Weight Watchers or something like that. And how's
that look like though? Sorry to interrupt, because this is really amazing. I didn't know this, but I'm just trying to strip it back from a perspective of someone who's struggling, and they go, let's just be blunt here, that they're struggling with their weight, they're a little bit overweight, and they're like, oh yeah, here you go, here's a prescription to the gym, or go to the library. Like, can you imagine it'd be a bit like condescending? So like, how do they actually so it's a great idea, but how do they kind of communicate that?
It's a joint sort of partnership. So you would obviously go and have your session with the GP, but they've got to be a social prescriber. They can't just write them out willy-nilly. You've got to do an additional training course to be a social prescriber. And then you'd have a consultation like me and you would to get medication, and then they would offer you alternative options to trial. So if I went and I'm saying I'm struggling with my weight, you can take a tablet to help you lose weight, or which you can take tablets to help you lose weight, or why don't we try going to a slimming club, or why don't we try going to the gym? So they would offer it as those sort of options as well to make.
Sorry, go on. Yeah, great. I think in Nottinghamshire, and I think Derbyshire are kind of really on the forefront for this at the minute. I know that Nottinghamshire, especially within Nottinghamshire County Council, I think there's about 20 link workers that across the council things to kind of thing. Because I know that there's a few based in Beeston, not far from where I work. But to be fair, I know that they're kind of interlinking with all multi-agency approach to depression and anxiety and stuff at the minute.
Social prescribing is, so this is what the NHS basically says social prescribing is. Social prescribing is a way for local agencies to refer people to link worker. Link workers will give people time focus on what matters to me and take an holistic approach to people's health and well-being. They connect people to community groups, statutory services for practical and emotional support. Link workers also support existing community groups to be accessible and sustainable and help people to start new groups, working collaboratively with all local partners.
So, like on the bit about the social referrals and that, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're overweight, isn't it a bit hard or intimidating to go to the gym? Like you feel like motivationally and also just self-image wise.
Yeah, so they might hook you with like a walking group or something like that. So if you said that actually I struggle to go into the gym, blah blah blah, they could hook you with like a walking group, or they can refer you to like a personal trainer and things like that.
Oh, sound man.
And also, like people with social anxiety, that people don't want to mingle with other people, they can interlink with like one-to-one workers and stuff to actually like do things to come to your home and do exercise in your home.
Quality, isn't it?
So which,
yeah.
Cox, you ever thought about starting up your own group out in Australia, like an enlightened group?
Enlightened Down Under.
Ooh, there's got a ring to it, hasn't it? On a level though, like just even if it's an open chat group or like a walking group or anything like that.
I have. I remember speaking to you about it, but there is a but attached to it. But I'd need your like help and guidance through it, because I'm not quite so. I don't know. I'm not quite that good at doing things like that. I don't know. I probably will be good. I don't know. I think
it'd be great, because listen to you now. You're a real like chatty person. I think that's what people want. People want a bit of laughter and a bit of banter, and that's what you bring. But also, if people are struggling and need to open up, then it's not for you to try and like take the weight of the world on your shoulders. Why don't it just be a simple case of signpost to our private men's group on Facebook where they can really offload and get that support more? But even if it's just like reaching into men in Sydney, where you could just like do, I don't know, like a walking group, like you meet there in the morning where you are and just go for a walk and chat if you need to.
That's actually, see, there you go. There's the idea there I hadn't thought of. Which who was it? There's a guy, I forgot. I watched that video. I watched that video while fishing actually, but it was, I'm sure you did. Yeah, it was a guy who's around near where you are, and he has his own group, and you were both talking about that you went for a walk together.
Was it the running group? Des Oldham.
Was it Des Oldham?
Yeah, he does do running, mate. He's smashing it, literally. Yeah, he's doing so good with
but
that.
He has his own. I'm not sure if it was him. He has his own. But he has his own. Mate, he's quite ripped. He's quite a big old boy. Like I wouldn't call him any names. But hi.
You sure? It might not be. It might be Paul Thomas, real mentor.
From Newark.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, he's a top boy. Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, I remember that episode, because he was saying about that. He does something as simple as just going out for walks with people, doesn't he? And
yes, mate.
He says, So building on from what you've just said and casting my mind back to that particular episode, it could be something I could do. Because I enjoy walking and I like talking and talk. Hey, it's ETS, walking and talking group.
Walking and talking for blokes.
But yeah.
Mate, go for it. Literally, go for it. And just literally, anyone struggling, signposting to our private group where they get that support. Because we're not a specialist service. We're an entry level point mental health support group. That's all we are. We're not the be all end all. We're just a bunch of regular blokes that care. And I just think, why not? Like, we'll get try and get some posters out your way.
Just about to say, you're gonna have to get on the rebranding there, Bob.
No, we'll call it that name.
Keep it exactly how it is, but have what I call the light brain. Have that on top of Skippy's head.
Yeah, just put a few kangaroos in and a few koala bars. You know what I mean? It'll be
You
great.
know me, mate. Yeah, mate. You're gonna go down under.
Let's have it. That'd be class, mate. Honestly, let's do it. Rich, what are you saying?
Yeah, let's do. I'm not bothered either way. I'm not there doing it. It ain't going to bother me,
I
is
know
it?
you're not,
I'm
but
not
it's
doing
good for you if you want. Give the
Thanks for the
permission.
pressure.
I feel this once in a lifetime road trip coming on soon.
Boys, I would.
No,
love
because I'm head of operations. It'd be for me to go out there to help support with it. So,
You need to rag rate it. Give it
Well,
a.
moving out in 2 weeks as well, so I've got a full house to put you all up in. Well, Rich obviously because he's the head of operations. You two, if you can maybe spare yourselves, but Rich more than anyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
to be fair, I think I'd leave kind of coming because of the snakes there. To be fair, that's my biggest fear. I've been open and honest. My biggest fear is snakes out there.
Not a fan of snakes.
Like everyone says this, bro. Mate, in 7 years of me being here, I've seen 7 times like the most deadly spider in the world, the Black Widow. I've seen 7 of them, but I saw them all in the same weekend in 7 years, and it was like. And then I've seen 5 snakes in 7 years, and sharks. I've never seen a shark, so you'll be fine.
Just on the water.
Yeah. Go over there and have a little swim.
Be on the fish, be on the shark net.
Nah, where I go on my, you see me on the old kayak on the videos and that, aren't you? Where I go on the kayak, where I actually keep my kayak tied up, like the actual beach, I'll keep that tied up on 2 beaches that way. It's the main breeding ground in Australia for bull sharks.
No, forget that.
You could be telling us out, Cox. You could be telling us out, Coxie, because we don't know.
research Sydney Middle Harbour bull sharks. Keywords. But yeah, I tell you, Bantry Bay. So
Bantry Bay.
Yeah, Bantry Bay.
Bantry Bay boys.
Bantry Bay, Sydney Middle Harbour. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it down there. I'm not.
Although, to say it's early morning there, Coxie, you know, it's looking quite nice there compared to our weather at the minute.
Oh, we've got a question on the chat.
Oh, you got used on the chat.
Who's answering this one then?
We did it last year, didn't we, Rory?
We did actually, but we could mix it up in terms of what we actually provide each day. Because last year it was just a bit of advice, wasn't it? Mental health advice.
Yeah.
Any ideas, boys? Should we go for it?
I'm not gonna lie, I've got no idea.
Topic of the day.
What did you do last year then?
Last year we did a post every day, so we had to link it to the 12 Days of Christmas song. So, and then you gave a bit of advice every day.
Oh, okay. I could pitch in. I don't know how good I'm no good with advice, so that's definitely something you three can do.
way to just delegate it just dead smoothly there. Just
delegation.
Boys, it's a great idea. I'm just not very good at that.
I bet if I troll back on the group on our private WhatsApp group, I bet we've got. I bet I can find it. I think we should just do it. Right.
I don't know what he's on about. Because he's been smashing it on the private group, responding to people who are struggling. So, don't you try and get out of it, mister.
It's good. I mean, it's good. Although, Coxie, you've been really superstar with that, because obviously I know most of 3 of us have been like working full time and here, there, and everywhere, and you've been just banging stuff out to help people, which has been amazing.
But if you actually, and this is to, if anyone's watching this who I have commented on what you've posted on there, it's kind of generic advice. I don't know how to give advice to people. I mean, this is what I think, which it does say this on the website. We're not, well, I know 3 of us aren't, by the sounds of it. Rich is a little bit more than what we are, but we're not actually trained professionals to give you advice. We're just here as men to help each other as a way to offload. We're here so you can talk, but you're here so I can talk. But yeah, I mean, I can try and give you advice. But yeah, if that makes sense, what I'm saying.
When you show what you're good at is you show that you're listening to them, and you show that you encourage them through what you say back to them. That's what I love of what you do, and that's what men want. They don't want just someone nodding with a clipboard and writing down stuff. They want people who are showing them genuine engagement and actually just don't have, like Rich said brilliantly earlier. I think it was Rich said it. Yeah, I don't have to have all the answers.
Good, it would have been me if it was something good.
Yeah, definitely it was you. But it's like you don't have to have the answers. When you were talking about grief, that was it.
It was,
and,
yeah.
You know, it's just a lot of blokes. They just want assurance. They just want to know that it's all right what they said, that it hasn't shocked anyone, all the above, and that's what you're good at. 100%.
I don't know.
Mate, we're bigging you up loads in this. We're bigging you up loads in this live.
Thank you. Hey, Steve as well. Thank you very much for your kind words. But
it is true though, Coxie. It is, because you know what? Like I say, you do smash stuff out. You know, by the time we come and have a look at the group, and you know, again, we'll come and have a look, and we'll go, "Oh, Coxie's already replied to this," so then we don't need to then come back, or unless we've got something to add, we know it's been dealt with because Coxie's dealt with it, and it's been really good, helpful advice for people. I thought. Some of the comments you've come out with and said, and yeah, that's from your own personal experience, that's what it's all about. It's personal experience sharing with other people to guide, help, and support.
There is a disclaimer in this. That's not down to me being a good person. Don't forget, I get Christmas before you. Okay, I am ahead. I am technically compared to you. So when someone comments, I could be like, "Hey, Rory, guess what's going to come in 11 hours time?" You know. That's not...
No, I know what you're saying. Don't you get yourself out of it, but it's true, mate. And we all have a part to play, and that's why we're grateful for you. Like, you know, everyone's got to give what they can, and yeah, we just appreciate it, man. It's class. So get that walking group set up in Australia. Come on, boy.
What's Rich looking for here?
I'm just trolling back through my Facebook group so I can work out when we have to start this 12 days of Christmas. It starts on the 20. You do it on the start on the 25th of December and it goes through to the 5th of January.
I like that because obviously some people can get a bit blue in the after Christmas, can't they? So
last year we did things like mine on the 26th of December was on the second day of Christmas. We give you 2 turtle doves. I want to encourage you all to find a close mate that you can talk to when when times are hard, because a problem shared is a problem halved. Keep pressing on, guys. Open up, as talk is one of the best therapies out there. It's just something like dead simple like that.
I thought you meant like an actual show, like every single day.
No, mate, we're not getting paid for this. Everyone knows that. We this is all off our own back. We can't every day.
No. Right, see ya.
Here's a thought, guys. Santa hats, Santa costume, festive costumes when we're doing it. Bit of a video. Ooh,
bro, mate, I would do that here right now. Not now, but I'd definitely do that here. I swear.
We've got to have our. Can't do Secret Santa with Coxie. We've left it too late to send his gift over.
No, we'll bite off an Australian company. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll do another live around Christmas time. We'll agree on a date and we'll send it to the viewers to get them on it. And we'll do what we did last time where we had a cheeky fancy dress, didn't we? And the Secret Santa opening. It was class, that. It was good fun, wasn't it? It was Blaine, Rich, Paolo, and Blaine. Yeah, it was 4 of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I came as you lot.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah, man. We'll do it. We'll have it. Are we saying Christmas themed only?
Yeah, you can't come what you came as last year.
Mine was too controversial.
Or Christmas jumpers. Let's do Christmas jumpers.
Oh, that's a shout. Yeah. That's a shout. We'll go Christmas jumpers. We'll have a little party. We'll do a Secret Santa. I'll sort it out, boys. I'll get the Secret Santa going because I did one at work where it sends you the email of who you are.
That's what I did last year for us all.
Yeah, it's quality. We'll do that. We'll do 12 days of Christmas. So we finally got to answering the question. Thank you for the question, Charisse. Charisse is on it, mate. What a ledge.
I know where you're up, mate, so she can actually use the lounge again.
Yeah, come on, get on with it. But boys, I've got a really cool announcement to make. So not only tonight, we've announced our website is officially out, and we'll just put it on the screen for people now. So check it out. It's enlightentheshadows.org. Coxie, main man, smashing it out. Absolute quality, mate. Top job. Okay, looking around, sure. But tonight, we've officially booked in the diary via Twitter. Enzo Macronelli, who was a world champion cruiserweight. Coxie's nodding. Yeah, I know you know your boxing. So yeah, he's a Welsh former world champion, and he's quite a big mental health. I'd say an ambassador because he talks about it. It's a French bulldog. He wants the big announcement. Legend. But yeah, Enzo has messaged us through DMs, and he said he's going to do a recording with us this Thursday night. So I'm absolutely buzzing, guys. So watch out on Sunday. So a week today, exactly this time, 7:30 on our channel. We're going to have Enzo Macronelli, the former cruiserweight world champion boxer, is going to chat real with me. It's going to be a recording, so it won't be interactive like this will. But I'm absolutely freaking buzzing for it because he's lost a lad he used to mentor, a young lad called Will. I think he's took his own life, so he's going to open up about that. And he's going to talk about his boxing career. He's going to talk about how he was raised, the battles he's had, and then just obviously being sparkoed on the canvas, how he gets back up. I think that will inspire people, to have a bit of fight in them and keep pressing on. And actually, I think it might give people a bit of an awakening that you can be a famous professional athlete, be in the limelight and the glamour, and actually he still has just as much battles as people watching this tonight or us four boys. So yeah, buzzing about that. I couldn't believe it. It's like, and it just shows you, like, all I did was on Twitter, boys. I just, like, on his tweet.
Can I ask you this?
Class, well done, mate, for speaking out. Fancy a podcast, and he just DM'd me like, Sam, mate, anytime when you want. I was like, Thursday, and he was like, yeah,
just as easy as that.
Just like that, brother. Favor.
That's so smart, just like that.
But yeah, that's what it's about. We just, I still want, normal working class people like ourselves to be interviewed when we can and when possible. But also, it's great getting those high profile people because obviously people follow them, and there's a lot of people following them. So we reach in them, and if they're going, oh, I follow Enzo, but I don't really know anyone I can chat to or open up to. Oh, I'll chat to him.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. We unashamedly say it. Like, we're trying to reach as many men as possible. So thank you guys as well who are on this live now watching. Like, we're over an hour in, which is mad. So it shows that we're enjoying it. And, the numbers have gone up and down, but we're still reaching people and we'll keep showing up no matter what. This is what it's about. We've got to keep going for the cause. As we said earlier, suicide shouldn't be happening. And it's 10 years since Gary Speed left us, and he had 2 sons and a beautiful wife, and it's just like, can't undo it now. It's done. Boys, we got any last thoughts? Anything we want to share with the viewers? Anything you've been going through? Anything? Any revelations?
I'll let you two go first because I'll talk to you.
It's a classic, isn't it? Pick your nose, Sash.
No, I think for me personally, I think it's, with that, obviously with the other than put my teeth back in, with the website going live, I think that's done as massive, and credit to Coxie on that one. But, and I keep bigging you up, Coxie, but it's massive that we're not very kind of technically minded with websites and stuff like that. But what you've done for us is massive in terms of the website. Although you did spell my name wrong, just tell you that for a fact.
I know.
That time,
I know.
Name drop it. Sorry, I'm only joking, mate. I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
He's going to go chicken filling them sharks now.
I know, you know what I mean?
I just put my portfolio chart out last night, actually. Might be yours this morning. I did that this morning. I spelt my own name wrong. So
it's all right. Because you know what? Now I've said this, guys, on the website later on, it's going to be something else.
At the end of the day, this is what I love about you. You're not perfect. You're rough on the edges, but this is what was quality. Yeah. Me and you were going back and forth, and the boys on the group, weren't we? About right, how's it? You kept saying, "How's it, boys?" We felt a bit bad. We're giving you a little snippets that needed sorting, but that's the journey. It was a process, and now it's looking freaking crisp and clean.
We're here for excellence, though.
Well, yeah,
we are.
Of course we do. We want to serve the people, and we're doing it properly. We're not. Yeah, we're having a laugh on here sometimes. We talk proper deep, but we're here to support people and give them an excellent service. Like, we're not just half-arsing it, going, yeah, all right, whatever. Like, and you've displayed that, Coxie, mate. It's brilliant.
In terms of that,
yeah,
I do want to. I still like. I need the latest video. I do know I need to update. That needs to be on there, but I want to integrate a little system on there, which it shouldn't be hard. It would just be a little bit of simple coding, and I won't get into that now because it will send you to sleep. But I want to integrate something where you can automatically, as soon as you post, it will go automatically onto the Facebook, onto the website. So not what you post in the groups, because that's all obviously private and confidential between everyone with it who's joined the group. That's not for me to share on the website. That is something actually which we should quickly bring up. What we put on the website is not going to be what you as a user individual seeking our advice and help have put in the Facebook groups. That is literally for the group only, okay? Yeah. So what you say in the group, we respect that, and it will not be on the website. The testimonials we do have on the website, they were given with consent, and we thank you very much to the 3 guys who let us do that. We do appreciate that. But yeah, like what I mean is in terms of integrating a system where it goes automatically to the website, I mean the YouTube channel. So one, that would be good for me because I don't need to go on every week and go. But also, it would be better anyway. So we'll get that sorted out. So
amazing, brother. It's amazing. It's exciting. But no, we come out of a checklist now, boys, haven't we? We've got Enzo McCranelli's podcast. We've got that update on the website. We've got 12 Days of Christmas, jumpers to be done, and Secret Santa. And we've got missing one thing. What's the other thing?
Me swimming with sharks.
Although what you could do, Cox, is go canoeing and do live GoPro for us in where they're breeding.
Okay. There is actually. I'll tag you on it. Have I got you as a friend on Facebook?
Probably not, but you can add me if you want.
No.
That's mad, isn't it? As if you're not friends on Facebook, but you talk all the time.
I actually on my kayak, I put on 2 bricks, and then I put on. Do you know how you get the disposable barbecues where it's got the foil in the tray and all that? I cooked myself a barbecue on my kayak. There's all mangroves there, and I went in all the mangrove trees in my kayak and did myself a full barbecue on top of my kayak, floating on the water where they breed. I'll tag you in it.
Oh, bro. We won't be able to go live with that because the internet, we won't have a good connection with it.
That was a live video I did there actually as well. It was like 20 minutes long. I had people going, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Having a barbecue on a kayak. What does it look like I'm doing?" It was like, "You're insane." And I was like, "I know."
Coxie, on a level though, when are you able to come fly back to the UK for a holiday?
We can't get too deep into this.
No, we won't. But yeah, have you had any updates about is it possible yet or not?
Unless the new Teenage Mutant Ninja variant comes out, which they've created, I'll probably not in a long time.
Okay.
But that's down to personal reasons.
Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to know if it'd be sick if you came back and we all had like a do together and met up. It'd be class.
Oh no, I couldn't handle you 3. You'd drink me under the table.
No, we don't have to be crazy. Just meeting up. But no, mate. Decent. Boys, are we all good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I say, for me, I've just got man flu, so it's
it's that new variant, mate.
Well,
tell me about it.
To be fair, I did a test and it came back negative. So I thought, you know what, it's man flu. I need to man up.
Yeah.
Couple of paracetamols.
I'll say the only time you're allowed to say man up is if you've got man flu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
100%.
take zinc.
Couple of paracetamol will be fine. You know what I mean?
On the zinc,
So,
brother. Big up the zinc.
Paracetamol.
Yeah.
Mate. Yeah, no. Well, today's been a blast. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. My boss hasn't because I was meant to be in work 14 minutes ago.
like I say, sorry guys that my camera kept going off, but he didn't want to see the pleasant sight that I had. Obviously, when I was like wiping my nose and stuff, and
Oh, don't worry. I'm in my
dribbling down.
kegs, but no one can tell, so it's blessed.
We don't know.
Believe-
We can see your ass out on the reflection in the mirror.
Don't you?
Yeah, look
Do you
behind
believe me? I'm in my kegs. Look, I'm in my kegs. No word of a lie. On a live, and no one knew the whole time until now.
No.
I'm not wearing clothes down there. Are they?
All right,
No.
let's get next level now.
That's why the light and dark kept going in and out. That
Time
was
to go.
so annoying.
Time to go.
I know. Bye.
No, thank you, fellas. It's been class. I really enjoyed it. It's been class meeting. Loving the hemp drink, by the way. Get on the hemp.
H2O.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about that. But guys, watch out. Week today, coming out 7:30 on our YouTube channel is Enzo Macronelli, former world champion boxer. Yeah, dead exciting that. If you haven't checked out Helen Garlick's episode talking about the loss of her brother to suicide, get on that as well. Fantastic woman. Just going back all those years and having to re-tap into those memories and sharing them vulnerably on camera. She's released a book as well. Secrets Untold, I think, No Place to Lie. Check it out on the video as well. But yeah, love you guys. Keep sharing our stuff, and we'll see you soon. We're gonna get some more merch. I think it's getting cold in England, so we're gonna get some beanie hats. So if you want some beanie hats, DM us, message us, and we'll put an order together. All right, boys.
Sweet. Nice to meet you too as well.
Brilliant.
See you later,
See
mate.
you later, guys.
See you later, guys.